beautiful.
Speaking of documentaries.
Oh, shit.
Did you guys watch Leaving Neverland?
Part 1 and 2.
Did, yeah.
Part 1 and...
Part
Yo,
1 and
fucking
2.
4 hours of shit?
I know.
Yeah, that's...
You think there was so much shit that they could have, like...
The first episode went on
4 hours? You're telling me there's 4 hours on this guy?
No,
Yeah.
the first episode definitely went on, like, probably, like, at least 45 minutes too long.
Bud.
Yeah, boy.
Your
whole
bod.
body's
the
in
bod
there.
squad. Remember the bod squad?
Yeah.
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 Who knows every food group?
Yeah.
I don't.
Wow.
They're stupid.
Didn't they just change it?
Yeah, the food groups are dumb.
It just got changed. Like, it got updated recently.
Really?
Yeah.
These
That was the-
headphones are so hollow. It's so weird.
Oh.
It's like I feel like I'm in a tin cup. Yo, what's
In a
up?
tin can.
Welcome to the friggin' shitcast.
Yeah.
Hola.
What the frick is up?
You know.
What'd you guys do all week? Nothing?
Same old song and dance.
Yo, let me
Just did this.
lead with this.
Okay.
Because I was watching this. I can't remember what movie it was. I was watching this movie the other day. It was a romantic comedy. So,
Nice.
like, tell me,
Mm-hmm.
which people are watching romantic comedies? Okay, you know how it goes. It's this girl or this guy likes this girl or this guy.
Yeah.
And then they want to get that person so bad.
Yeah.
And then they have like a friend who helps them do it.
Yeah.
And then they end up falling in love with the friend. Who's watching these movies and not predicting that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when are you watching this
I'm
movie?
trying to think of...
So like, fuck, I can't.
Doesn't that happen in... Was that Ryan Reynolds one? Definitely, maybe. Doesn't that happen there?
No, that's like a couple different people. I'm talking about.
Yo, that one where the dude from Workaholics, he like goes back. He basically has a Groundhog Day. You know Adam from Workaholics.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a Groundhog Day, and he goes to this Halloween party, and he meets this girl, and he spends every time trying to like get a good life with her, because he like ends up like having like a shitty life
then
with
he
her.
picks a different
and then he
girl.
ends up picking her.
Yeah,
friend,
so
and,
like
they match.
because
Yeah,
the one that
totally
I'm
true.
thinking of, I doubt you guys have seen it because it was like I didn't even hear of it before I watched it, but it just reminded me of movies like that where like, how about Just Go With It with
Mhm.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that he likes that like supermodel girl, and Jennifer Aniston is his fake wife for the whole time. Who's watching this movie
Yeah.
and not knowing that they're gonna end up together at the end?
I don't know
Also,
if you guys have seen it. Sorry, but
Go
it
ahead.
happens in American Pie as well. Because
Does it?
he
With Nadia.
Yeah, with Nadia.
Oh yeah.
And Jim pretends to be with what's her name? Michelle
Mhm.
is her character.
And then he
name.
falls in love with her.
Yeah, and then they end up getting married.
That's what
Spoiler
I'm saying.
alert.
So it's
Yeah, true.
fucking who's like,
And you know it's coming.
Do you think they're still
Toss
friends?
it up a bit.
Do you think they're still friends after that? Like
like hypothetically?
Like hypothetically, would they still be friends? Like
Him
the
and
girls?
Nadia?
Like the
I'm so
girls.
confused.
So okay, so like he was seeing the one girl, and then he ended up going with her friend.
Oh,
would her
assuming
friend
the
not be
girls are
pissed?
friends.
Like
Assuming that the girls are friends. He means.
Oh,
she'd be like, nah, like-
it's usually his friend.
Yeah.
okay. Well, would they be friends? Him and the other guy.
I'm lost.
A girl.
I know what he's trying
so
to
the
say.
girl's
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
one
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
and then she switches to your friend. Would you not be pissed at your friend?
Are
Be like,
those two
"Why'd you
dudes
steal
still
my
friends?
girl?"
Oh
Or
yeah,
those
but
two
they're not
girls.
usually friends.
It's usually like
So
if I'm
who-
the character in the movie, it's like I like this girl and this girl
Oh, so you're
who's
saying
my
if there's
friend,
just a different girl?
and this
in
girl
there.
who's my friend
like-
is
oh,
trying
the
to
dude's
help
friend.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
thought
like
you
if
meant
I'm
those
giving you
two
an
are
example,
friends.
say
Okay.
I like this girl.
Yeah.
Right. And say you're a girl, and you're like gonna help me get this girl.
Yeah, you want
But then I
to
end
up
up
me.
going.
Falling, yeah. Everyone knows that's coming, like
Yeah.
immediately.
So that's what I'm saying.
So,
like,
yeah, the other one was the dude like Adam fell in love with her friend instead.
Yeah,
of
see,
What
her.
those girls do.
like who's watching that and like being surprised when?
Yeah,
and
of course. You have this
Yeah,
girl by
yeah.
your side that's
As
like
soon
your
as you
best
see
friend that-
Jennifer Aniston in the movie at the beginning,
he's gonna end up
Yeah.
with
you know it's her.
And here comes Jennifer Aniston again, as if anybody who was watching Friends as it was airing didn't think Rachel was going to get off the plane. I mean, let's be real
Yeah.
here for a second.
So you're saying
Obviously, they're staying.
someone
together.
needs to make a movie doing not
the
that.
opposite.
Yeah, like
And then be
change
like,
it up a
whoa,
bit.
yeah, exactly.
Every time I watch a movie that happens like that, I'm like, well, they're obviously going to end
or
up.
maybe they
together.
did do that and it was just boring, so they just
Here's,
do that.
but I don't necessarily watch rom-coms for the plot. I watch them because there's usually some funny one-liners in there
Mhm.
that gives you a chuckle. But it is annoying that you could just sit down and be like, "This is
I'll
what's
watch a
gonna happen.
rom-com though.
I love
Rom-coms are
rom-coms.
fun. That's what I'm
They're
saying.
awesome.
I don't
I'm
watch them
I'm
for
just saying that
plots.
it's like
Yeah, it's like
they need to think.
they
of
need.
something
Yeah,
new.
you need to add
New
something new to
ideas.
the whole rom-com
Oh,
genre.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's That genre's lacking in story.
There's some fucking mint movies though in that category.
Oh yeah.
Breakup, that's fire. Jennifer Aniston's just in everything rom-com.
Rom-coms.
True.
Is that one she's in with Gerard Butler,
Wanderlust?
the bounty hunter too? Isn't that another one?
Probably I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it
Actually,
either,
like
but-
Paul Rudd,
the
right?
thing about rom-coms also is like they're easily forgettable.
Yeah, they
Oh
are.
yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
watch
you-
one and then you'll watch it again 10 years later and you'll be like, I think I've seen this.
I think
I've
you won't. Yeah, you won't even remember the
figure
title.
you out you've seen
Yeah.
it till the end. You'll be like,
Yeah.
I think I watched
shit,
that.
Yeah.
I did that the other day, and I still can't. I still don't know if I watched it or not. With Loser, like an old '90s like comedy with the I think it's the dude from American Pie. He's like a kid and he goes to New York and he's like a huge loser, but like he's like super nice, but everyone just hates him.
It could be the main guy in American Pie.
It sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
he is, yeah.
Jim.
You've probably
Like his
seen
Jim.
it. He just looks like kind of just like a
Just looks like a
nice
dude.
kid. He's
Yeah.
wearing like those like hats with the ear things.
Yeah, that's him.
It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
familiar.
He's like in
Yeah.
a red coat. But yeah, I can't remember if I watched it or not.
He
I
was
think
in that
I
other
have.
movie with Good Luck Chuck with the Dane Cook. What was that movie? I think it is Good Luck Chuck.
That
no,
movie's
it's not.
Dane
It's
Cook's
not.
in
Good
it.
Luck Chuck's the other guy.
That movie is kind of funny.
Is it Good
actually.
Luck Chuck that he's in?
Dane Cook?
No, Dane Cook's in that
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
he is.
But the other guy from American Pie.
Oh, he's not in it. No, it's the guy. He's that guy that's in one of those guys
He's
that's
in a movie
Mad
with
movie.
Dane Cook,
yeah,
though.
yeah, he probably
he's his
is.
The
friend.
employees in the
and then he ends
Employee
up
Employee of the
of the
month.
yeah, maybe. And then he ends up getting with his girlfriend.
which guy from
Yeah.
American Pie are you talking about?
The main guy.
Oh no,
Guy
he's
who
not
plays
playing the
Jim.
one. Fuck, I don't know. Whatever.
And then also we just had International Women's, was it month or day?
Day.
International
Day.
Women's Day. Yeah.
They
That
only
was
gave
sick.
him a day. Yeah.
You know what? The only thing that bothers me about that, well, not about International Women's Day.
Right,
That's
right.
sick.
Yeah.
But it just bothers me kind of that people will post pictures of like actresses
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, happy International Women's Day," instead of like,
You know, like
women who
hardworking-
have, like,
well, I'm not saying they're
done-
not hardworking, but
but like women who have done stuff to like further boost
yeah.
women as a
Like
whole.
people
You know
who
what I
like
mean?
fought for like women's
Yeah.
rights and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure like
Like
Yeah.
post pictures of those people.
that's true
You know
because
what
they
I'm
did a
saying?
lot more than this random
If you
celebrity.
post a picture of
Who
Kylie
started the
Jenner and
movie.
put like,
Yeah.
"Yo, happy International
Yeah.
Women's Day," that's not the same as like posting a picture of like fucking Rosa Parks or something.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know, someone who like she did stuff for black people and women. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There were a lot of Kylie Jenner pictures on International Women's Day because I think it was.
Because she was the
Right.
first billionaire.
Yeah, I
but
think it was that
but did you
day
see
that they
fucking
put out the Forbes
Webster's.
She's
I think it's Webster's.
now.
Yeah, Webster's
article. The world's
dictionary.
young- she just beat out Zuckerberg, world's youngest self-made billionaire.
That's
Webster's dictionary tweeted at her, tweeted at whoever the news source was, and put the definition for self-made.
I knew it. Oh
which
my
means,
god.
Which means no help from anybody. You
Ha!
did it all yourself.
Psych.
Yeah.
Not wait. Did she say she was self-made?
No, she
Everybody's
didn't.
saying that they're
The
she's
only reason
self-made
why is because the way Forbes does it is
just by your bank account
is
what you're worth.
because you're either a partner in something
Oh.
or
yeah,
you're
whatever
self-made.
percentage.
There's no middle ground. So it's their terms. They either post articles about you're self-made or you're this other definition, and she falls into the other one just because she's not this one.
Did she even self-make
So
the
she's
sex
this
tape?
one.
No, not
That
Kim
wasn't
Kardashian.
her. That was Kim
Oh,
Kardashian.
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie
She's like the
Jenner.
youngest one.
Kylie Jenner is the billionaire.
Yeah.
With the makeup line.
What?
That
Yeah.
girl, yeah.
Holy
So
fuck.
she did do shit. She
Oh,
like,
yeah,
made
she
her
did
own
work.
makeup
Yeah,
line and all
yeah.
that stuff.
Well, I would do the same
But,
fucking
like,
thing if I was
If
born
I was
into
rich, I would
hundreds of
probably
millions of
fucking
dollars.
make some money too.
shit.
If I had money to throw around.
If yeah, like she's
So easy to
sitting
make
here
money
going
with
like,
money.
okay, I have all these people paying attention to me just because of my last name. I'm gonna start
She
a
probably
company
didn't
and
even
do
start
something.
it. Someone probably was like, "Hey, can you be the face of this company?"
Yeah. But at least like
That's
she
all
did,
speculation.
At least
Yeah.
like she did something.
But
like,
what I'm not discrediting what she did. I'm just saying like, and this is all starting from
it's
just
pretty
like
funny.
on International Women's Day, we should celebrate women who did like a lot for women. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
People make money in companies all
even
the
if you
time.
post
It
a
doesn't
picture
do
of your
anything.
fucking mom, that's sick.
Yeah.
Rather than
yeah,
like
yeah.
posting a picture of like a celebrity,
Someone
unless
who-
that celebrity has done stuff
Yeah.
for women,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's like they're using their fame and fortune
Yeah,
to do stuff.
which
Then
a
that
lot
would
of
make
people
total
aren't,
sense.
and that's
Yeah.
in all not just women. A lot of people who are famous
That's so
aren't
true.
using.
Like, I bet she probably posts like. This is just speaking like in terms of I haven't even looked into this at all. So I'm just saying what comes to my head. But but she probably posted something about International Women's Day. How about you take those billions of fucking dollars you have and use it towards something actually
Yeah.
physical that you can do?
that's gonna help women.
Yeah, because there's so many people with so much money, and the Like the shit you can do with that is absolutely insane.
Isn't it crazy? It always blows my mind because I always randomly think about it. The tiniest amount of money to somebody who has that much money could change somebody's life.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't
that
even know
person
it's
took
gone.
$10,000, just that's like pocket change to them,
Yeah.
and gave it to somebody who like really needed that. Maybe like it's their tuition, and they're gonna become the next fucking person to invent something.
Yeah, exactly.
It would change your life with just that little nothing money that you
That's
have.
it. Yeah.
Every time somebody brings that up, I always think of that video Reckful did where he takes out Notepad and he shows you how much money $1 billion
And that was like
is.
250,000 or 100,000 each.
Yeah, in the $100,000 blocks, and he would just highlight. And like
You
when you
delete, like,
actually,
2 million and
when
you
you
can't even
actually
notice
look
it.
at it, you realize like, holy fuck!
It's like there's so many good things you could be doing for the world and shit. Like you have $40 billion. Drop $1 billion on creating this something to help like make clean drinking water
Like
or
my boy
anything.
Bill
Like
Gates.
yeah, do what he's doing. Like
Yeah.
if every billionaire did that, this world would be such a
Matt
better
Damon,
place.
he's putting a lot of money
Is he?
into the drinking water with I think it's Stella Artois, the beer company that he's working with. They're doing like I'm pretty sure they're doing wells and stuff and lots of projects with that.
That's cool. Yeah.
My boy Bill Gates, man. That
So
guy's
some
a
of them
sick
do,
dude.
but the percentage that
Seriously, there's
don't
so
are
much
way
hoarded
bigger.
wealth.
We should have an
Yeah.
International Bill Gates Day.
Yeah.
Sick
True.
True. I wonder if
It's
do
coming.
you think is Bezos doing anything?
No.
Like
His
Amazon?
I'm
It's
pretty
a-
sure
it's a
Jeff
dick,
Bezos
isn't it?
is just like a baller.
Yeah.
I think he just spends.
No, isn't he the guy
honestly.
that they have dick pics of him or something?
Oh, is that new? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
new. That came out. He
That's
just got
new.
divorced.
Listen to what we
We
just
talked
said.
about it
That's-
last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were there.
Was I?
Oh my god.
We did?
Yeah, not on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But we talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
I wonder if I would like to know if he's actually doing anything because
I don't know.
he's not the richest man in the world anymore.
He's not. Who
Good.
passed him?
Someone just passed him,
Kylie Jenner. Just
but
kidding.
I don't know if that was because he got divorced or not.
Yeah, he lost half his
Yeah.
shit.
Like, did they cut it in
God.
half or did he just get stepped down?
Fuck, that's fine.
And then also with that is like the whole Captain Marvel things. Everybody's like, okay, first of all, before even we get into it, it's a Marvel movie in the Marvel universe. Obviously, it's gonna be fucking sick, no
Yeah.
matter what. Everybody's going on like it's feminist propaganda.
The movie?
And, yeah,
That's absurd.
and like,
haven't seen
it's people. All these people are just mad that it's a female, like a woman fronting the movie. Like she's the superhero.
People are mad at that
Yeah.
now?
How many
Why are people
superhero-
mad? I thought they'd be mad at it not
How
being
many
a woman.
superheroes are girls that like? You know what I mean?
Wonder
like,
Woman?
But that's what I'm saying. One. How
Yeah.
many guys are there?
Oh shit! Oh, they're mad that they had
That
a
it's a
girl
woman.
start.
Yeah.
Why?
Because like the whole, I'll get into the backstory after. But it's just like,
Okay.
why be mad when we're giving like young girls somebody to look up to? You know what I mean? They're not gonna fucking look at. Well, maybe they do. They're not gonna look at like Deadpool and be like, "Yo, I want to be like."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's giving them a good role model. I don't know why people are upset about that.
No.
So, without giving any spoilers, all that it is that okay, they made one person in the film who's supposed to be a guy. They made it a girl.
Okay, they do
That's
that all the time with
Yeah.
things.
That's
what people
that was
are
my
mad at?
argument.
Yeah.
Yo, Nick Fury,
Bro,
Samuel L. Jackson in the fucking Marvel universe.
Yeah.
He's black. Nick Fury, the comic book character,
actual guy?
is a white guy.
Right, but they made it. Okay.
yeah, they
Right?
do that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
They
so
make
I don't
people black
understand
and
what
white.
what the issue is.
The character's there.
Yeah.
And they're not
So
going
who cares?
into the background. Okay, so basically by the comic, this is what happens. So there's a Kree. It's like an alien. That's where Captain Marvel's from. He comes to Earth, and somebody dies named I can't remember his full name, but it's like Marvel.
Yeah.
So then he takes that person's space and becomes that person, but he's an alien.
Yeah.
And then he becomes Captain Marvel. And then there's like he meets a girl, which is Carol Danvers, the girl in the movie. He meets her, they like fall in love or whatever. And then there's like a fight that happens, an explosion, and he jumps in front of her to save her, and like his powers get like put onto her from the explosion.
Yeah.
So then she becomes super as well.
Yeah.
And then she becomes Miss Marvel because she has powers. And then Captain Marvel, the guy, dies, and then she becomes Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
So people are upset because
That's the way it is in the comics.
That's the way that is in the comics, but they made Captain Marvel.
The original one. The original Captain Marvel, a girl. Is
No.
what
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh, so they made her
movie.
a girl turn into a girl.
They made
instead of
Marvel a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
So sorry. In the comics, was it a guy turning into a guy or a girl turning into a guy?
No, so like the guy is
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel dies.
Yeah.
So then she just takes the name as Captain Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So
they made,
what they did is
that,
they made
a girl.
Captain Marvel a girl.
Right.
But like they're not gonna do any.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Was he
like,
even in the movie a lot?
the girl?
The captain.
Well,
oh,
basically,
yeah, the
basically
Captain
in the
Marvel dude,
movie,
the girl.
it's set in the past, anyways.
So most of the movie is with the original girl.
No, most of the movies with
The dude that's a girl.
no, most of the movies with Carol Danvers, Miss
which is the
Marvel.
girl in the comic.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's and then
they're not really caring. They're not focusing any attention on Captain Marvel.
yeah.
They're focusing
Yeah.
on
Right.
the girl.
Yeah.
who
So
becomes
who
Captain
cares? It's
Marvel.
not even the main
That's
character.
the thing. People are just fucking upset over.
That's also
nothing.
surprising me because you think it'd be like with today's society and shit. You think that everyone would be praising it because they're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, they made it a girl.
It's
Yeah.
just different groups that are mad at
That's
different
I guess
stuff.
yeah.
It's
you
just
get
men.
different groups get louder.
It's
What
just
about-
guys that are like
Why-
So
toxic
from somebody who knows
masculinity.
the comics really well, like from what you've seen people getting mad about it, is it the comic book fans or just dudes chiming in because it's a girl who's supposed to play? Who's
Mostly
playing
it's
the
just
lead?
dudes.
It's just people.
I read like one thing about this, and the one comment I saw was like she apparently has no flaws, and that's like what some people are like. Okay, that's a little bit, but I don't know.
like in the movie.
Like it's not realistic.
character
Like
has
it's
no
not
flaws?
realistic as a role model where like this girl is just absolutely perfect all around. Like she has no like character flaws. But I don't know. Like how every superhero almost has a character flaw. Like probably like Iron Man's like I don't know.
Oh yeah, like
depressed
she
and shit,
does,
like,
but they're not. It's not like.
she have like an obvious flaw to like overcome. or
Yeah, it's not
something.
like crazy.
That's the only comment I heard. That was like
Yeah.
okay, maybe.
But the thing is
but I don't
like
know.
she's like one of the strongest superheroes.
Yeah.
So like that's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, why do you have to like show flaws? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to not have flaws
She had
too.
she had like a flaw in the movie, but it wasn't necessarily a flaw. It just
Yeah.
made her
Because
different.
Captain Marvel, whoever it is supposed to be like the head.
Captain
honcho,
Marvel is
and-
just a name,
I know, but it's
right?
supposed
So
to.
like, there's been so many people that played Captain
yeah,
Marvel.
but there's
oh, it's like an
the-
occupation.
yeah.
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 That character is supposed to be like the end all be all of strength, right?
Well, there's stronger people, but in the universe so far,
That's
she's the strongest superhero.
What can she do? What's the like? It's just strength.
She can fly. She
sick.
has.
She can just do
super-
everything.
Yeah, she has
invisible
She's like
power.
Superman.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
shoots energy from her fists.
Yeah.
She's just like a sick ass girl.
Is that new guy who played Spider-Man? Is he in it?
The kid.
No.
No. He's funny though.
No, he'll be in Avengers.
Isn't there a new one coming out like in a month or two?
Yeah, Far From Home. Wait,
Yeah.
Avengers? Avengers is
Oh,
coming
Avengers,
out in April. Yeah,
Yeah.
next
Damn,
month.
I just watched that other one.
What's the big like? This is gonna sound really stupid as someone who doesn't know anything about Marvel comics or anything, but is Endgame going to be a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Game?
Or is it like a event that happens in the books, or is it just what the
No.
movies-
Endgame is just the name of the movie.
It's when everyone dies.
So like the first one before that was Avengers: Infinity War.
and then
and
it's Endgame. Okay.
Avengers.
Well, the next
Endgame.
one's Endgame.
Yeah.
That's when everyone just dies.
I mean, if you watch we watched it together.
Yeah,
Infinity
yeah.
War.
Yeah, I know.
You already saw everybody die.
No, half the people
Yeah,
died.
true.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna go see that at my secret gem that I always go to.
Nice.
Even when I saw Captain Marvel, nobody was there. It was sick.
I feel
It
like
is a good
one
place.
day I'll just like
Watch all of them.
just watch everything.
I feel like
Because I'm not into it at all, and I'm not like I don't want to go watch anything, but I know once I do, I'll probably like it.
dude, whenever, and this goes for like any movie, any show, whatever, whenever I find somebody who hasn't gotten into something that I love, I feel so envious because you get to just relive it
Yo,
again.
Shameless.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah,
Shameless.
I wish I could watch that from the start
If
again.
somebody, whenever someone tells me that they
Yeah.
haven't seen Shameless, I'm like, yo,
You haven't seen it?
you fucking roller
You
coaster.
would you would love it too.
It's sick.
Who's in it?
Nobody the only person that's in it that's like famous is like William H. Macy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's like the main character.
Yeah, he's amazing in it.
He's shameless. He's the guy who's
Frank
shameless.
Gallagher.
He is
Frank
shameless.
Gallagher.
Yeah. It's a fucking sick show. But yeah,
Yeah.
you like it's the same with Marvel. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always watch
But you
random
read
ones.
like growing up though. Did you read comic books and like were you into that as a kid?
Yeah,
So I wasn't though. That's the only difference.
I was
where
always
it's,
into like superheroes.
So there's no like nostalgia feeling for me for it.
Yeah.
So it's purely gonna be like story driven
Yo,
and like getting into the characters.
nostalgia. Okay, I was just talking. I
Nostalgia's
can't remember who I
huge.
was talking to about this the other day, but that any type of feeling that I feel, I can like cover and like hide. Nostalgic feelings, they just come out.
Dude, they're the
So
strongest
powerful.
feelings I'll
Dude,
like ever feel.
yeah.
I was
It's
watching
crazy.
fucking Mary Poppins Returns,
Yeah.
and there were so many parts, and then it just like made me think of all the other movies that I've seen that brought nostalgia. So like, I was watching that, and there were so many parts where I was just like gonna cry.
Yeah. Yo,
I was like, holy fuck.
I'll be able to like see and like smell and like taste things from like
Yeah.
nostalgic
Yeah.
feelings. Like it'll just teleport me back into that place.
But like when you
So
like watch a
cool.
movie, like okay, so for example, when I watched the new Star Wars Force Awakens, there were so many parts that weren't sad while I was watching, and I was just like, because
yeah, because it just reminds you.
it just like when she pulls out the lightsaber and shit, you're like, oh,
yeah.
this is
Damn,
sick.
it's so cool. Yeah, that nostalgia is such like a weird.
The
it's
number
such a
one thing that I
crazy
can't.
So powerful.
If,
It is.
If I'm gonna cry from nostalgia, I can't hold it back. It's coming out.
Yeah, that's like that is like a big
Yeah.
thing. It's weird how that like I wonder what nostalgia is like.
Yeah.
I guess it's because
What's
it's just
the
a memory.
chemical
It's
connection?
just a
It's just putting
memory,
you
but it's a
back.
memory that ties to like
Yeah.
happiness and stuff.
It's like
right?
a 3D memory.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's just because you were so happy at that time that it like boosted the memory,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
now when you pull
Alpha
that memory back,
boost
it like
Alpha boost.
sends some shit to your brain, and
Yeah, it's sick.
damn,
I
that's
fuck
so
with
cool.
I fuck with nostalgia.
yeah,
fuck with nostalgia.
all the
Yeah,
time.
and it fucks with me.
Yeah. Like every night.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, watch Mary Poppins. If you guys liked, did you guys like?
I didn't watch. I wasn't Mary Poppins, but
I never
I got it
watched
when we were
Mary
watching all the intros, to all those like '90s
So did
sitcoms
I.
and
True.
cartoons.
No,
and stuff.
but yeah, like
That was
I get it from
huge.
that, but like
I went on
I'm
a
talking like
huge
when you
trip
watch
that
a
night.
movie that's like a continuation.
Mhm.
So like
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars, Mary
So
Poppins, when they
play on
revisit
that.
things,
Yeah.
and then you just like want to cry.
Yeah,
Right.
So-
'Cause
yeah.
the last time there was a new Star Wars movie, you were, however, age, and then they make the
Yeah.
references in the new one. And you're just like,
Yeah.
that was my childhood.
And then, like,
exactly.
Even in the Mary Poppins, like, did you guys even watch Mary Poppins?
no,
I did,
It's like
but
one
I
of
don't
my
remember
favorite
it at
Disney
all.
movies.
I
Really?
never watched
Yeah.
it.
So,
Mine was Fox.
the guy in it is Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
He plays Bert. So, in the original Mary Poppins, he plays Bert, and he plays like the old man at the bank.
Mm.
And Julie Andrews is Mary Poppins, who's fucking
Yeah.
sexy in that.
Mhm.
She was like 29 in Mary Poppins.
Really?
She was fucking
Yeah.
dude. If I grew up in the 12s,
It's so
no
weird
shit.
thinking like
they're both still alive. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
it's so weird like
Dick
looking
Van
back
Dyke,
that
yeah.
far and be like, oh yeah, shit, like people were good looking.
Yo,
Yeah.
she was fucking.
Guys and girls
yeah,
were both
yeah.
good looking.
It's so because you just
He
think
was
of them as like
good-looking
old
too.
people
Yeah.
too, and it's like,
everybody
damn.
was clean.
Everybody
cut.
in the
Uh-huh.
fucking movie had blue eyes. Anyways, so he plays Bert and he plays the bank guy. So I'm watching the new one,
Yeah.
and this is just one of the things I can think of. At the end, well, not at the end, but in the movie, the person that he plays at the bank comes back,
Mhm.
and it's him.
Oh really?
So I was like,
damn, yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Fuck
They
my
definitely
shit
do
up.
that too. To, like
Yeah.
play with your
They
heart.
pull
Yeah.
on your
Yeah,
heartstrings.
yeah.
Julie
on
Andrews
purpose.
didn't want to make a cameo, but
Damn.
he did.
Mm.
That would have been cool.
And like Emily Blunt played Mary Poppins so well,
Yeah.
and she's fucking smoke
Mm-hmm.
show.
Show.
Who's Emily Blunt?
Um,
Would I know her from anything? Sounds
where is she from? There's so many movies, but I don't know if
Google
you've
it
seen
later.
them. Quiet
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah.
She's what's his name's real wife. What's his name?
Jim Halper.
Yeah, what's his real name? Oh my
Jack.
god.
No.
What's his name?
I don't
Fuck.
know.
What's his name? Yeah.
John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Yeah, his wife.
I don't know who his wife is.
In the movie, his real wife.
Oh, that's his wife.
Yeah.
That's his-
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay.
Emily.
Yeah, that girl.
Oh.
Emily Blunt.
Smoke show.
Yeah,
God dang. But yeah, nostalgia fucks me up.
it does.
for real.
Especially with music and shit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Music.
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
Big
shit.
time.
Yeah.
You play a song and you'll instantly get transported to that
Yeah.
location. that
It's
you like.
funny
Like
you brought up.
fucking We Are Bravest the other day, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sick.
true.
We just like laid on the floor and talked
I
about
was
it.
just playing a random
Yeah.
song and it sounded like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you played like just like the.
And I was like, no,
one note or-
that's
yeah,
this
right?
song, and
Yeah.
it was the
Yeah.
exact same
Yeah.
walk up.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
So
perfect.
cool.
My guy,
Music's fucking crazy.
Why die?
music's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Music's crazy.
What?
dude.
Super chiller.
Just
What?
Gotta send the fucking chill whip.
nice, bro.
Charge up the chill.
Cool whip.
Charge up the chill. Kai, you need some chill?
And then
Send it.
Yo, I'm just chill, brother.
Chilling.
Charge the chill. It's a
Charge
band name.
clear.
Yo, what up?
Fucking-
Charge the chill.
What the fuck is up? We're charging the chill.
chill.
Open this fucking place up.
Clear.
Get your two-step on.
I remember that. Whatever happened to that video with the fucking
little girl?
girl moshing,
Yeah.
breaking her toys and shit.
What did she say?
Let's open up this pit.
Let's open up this pit.
Is that actually her talking?
Yeah.
Is it?
Her
That's
dad is
sick.
like into metal, so she
Nice.
so he like made it for her.
Metal dad. Remember emo dad?
No. Is that
No.
you?
No.
Emo dad? From what?
Yeah. Just Google it. The pictures are funny.
Google it later.
Yeah.
I'll Google it now. What do we got? Emo dad.
It's not good.
It's probably gonna be terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be stupid.
It is.
Wasted our time. Oh, it's like a song. Oh, I don't
no,
care
it's not a song. It's
Oh,
like
this
a meme.
dude.
Oh, this
yeah,
guy.
that dude. Yeah.
That's literally you.
Yeah.
It's not
this
me.
guy?
Yeah,
That's,
it's that guy.
That's you.
I remember that.
I look nothing like that guy.
Same hair.
No, what?
Same hair or beard cut.
Zooms in on his nose.
Same mouth.
Oh my
same
god, that's
nose.
so fucking
Same
funny.
guy.
He just doesn't have glasses. Same hoodie.
Same
Is that
hair.
famous Stars and Straps hoodie?
Do you think it's like him being? Do you think that's actually him, or is he just fucking around?
Or maybe he was being his son for Halloween.
That's
Yeah, I
Kyle.
bet it was.
That's kinda funny.
Even the way he's holding his phone, that's how you.
Let
do
me
it.
just say, if emo dad is actually emo dad, then cringe. But if emo dad is just being his son for
That's
Halloween,
fucking hilarious.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Respects to emo dad,
There's
if that's what
multiple
he's doing.
pictures though.
Oh, is there? Okay, never mind.
emo Dadinho.
Emilio? Dadinho.
Oh, that's so
The
weird.
second Dino.
The secondino.
Suckadinho. What are you sucking? Suck the Dino. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Goddamn.
All right.
Goddamn. Do you ever watch the Flintstones?
Yes.
Did you?
Yabba dabba
Yo,
doo.
the fucking movie.
The
so
real
good.
the live action movie?
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas. Viva
Yeah.
Rock Vegas.
Viva
Fuck, we gotta
Vegas.
watch that.
Viva Rock Vegas.
That was my everybody, you told us yours last time we talked about it, but every kid had their own before school show. You'd
Mhm.
watch certain
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
Mine was Flintstones.
Yeah, I watched
cartoon?
Flintstones a
Yeah.
lot too.
They didn't have a
Yeah.
live action, did they?
The movie,
Movie.
yeah, not
no,
show.
No,
it
not
was
the
just
show.
they would just
Remember-
rerun the
Remember
old
the
ones.
Addams Family live action?
Yo,
Yeah, fire.
That was sick.
It's crazy how many
Fire
shows
theme
and
song,
cartoons you watched as a kid.
And how much better TV was when we were
Yeah,
kids.
huge.
Our generation, the 90s, growing up in the 90s, best. We had the best
Because
TV.
every
Yeah.
show had a moral and a life lesson.
those
And-
shows
and
tackled
I don't-
issues too.
I haven't seen shows nowadays, so I don't know for
it's
sure.
all
but I'm
internet based.
pretty sure that they didn't have those
No.
huge life lessons that we have.
The last ones that we had were that generation of That's So Raven and
Yeah,
Corey in the
yeah,
House, and then it
yeah,
just ended
and then
there.
it ended right
I think
there.
even
that's
Sweet
true.
Life of Zach and Cody.
Sweet
had
Life
it.
was
and
Yeah.
even all the cartoons and shit,
But
they
even
all had lessons.
the generation before that, the best.
Yeah.
Like Family Matters.
yeah, fire.
Yo, the shit that they did on those shows
I know.
wouldn't fly now.
and what's
That's
it
so
called?
true.
Married with Children.
Yeah.
Those are pretty gnarly.
There was this
Oh,
one
yeah,
episode
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember of Family Matters where it's about racism.
Mhm.
And so Family Matters, if you don't know, is the one with Steve Urkel.
Mhm.
A lot of people probably know Steve
They think
Urkel.
it's called Steve Urkel,
But they don't know the show.
They don't know what show he's
Yeah.
from.
So it's one with Steve Urkel. And Laura is the girl that he is in love with and his neighbor.
Yeah.
And she goes to school one day, and on her locker, someone spray painted the N word.
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
shows
And it
it.
shows
Yeah.
it.
It shows the full word.
Yeah. They wouldn't show that.
They would not
nowadays.
be able to show
But
it
it's
now.
good because that's fucking real life.
It's
that
good because
happens.
when we
So
when we were
teach you
watching
about it.
when we saw that, we learned that hey, that's a bad
That's
word.
a bad thing. Yeah.
That's offensive to
and
say
you
to people.
see
Yeah.
the emotions it causes in them.
Yeah,
you're
dude, when you see
shit.
that and you see her crying, you
Yeah.
feel sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's a problem.
Like bad sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. People nowadays they don't get they're not exposed to that. So the second they're exposed to something in the real world that's probably less than that, they just freak out.
They freak out
because you don't have anything to base. At least we had that. We're like, okay, oh yeah, this happened in the show, and they dealt with it like this.
Yeah.
So you have just that little hint of like,
And then
maybe I'll deal with it this
and
way.
it like builds you as like a social person.
Yeah.
It shows you what's socially acceptable and not.
what's not,
having nothing to base what you're going to do on, like where you just have no clue, is so much worse.
Yo,
than just
the
giving them a little
best
bit.
example of this. I think that stopped.
What?
Damn, it's already been 30 minutes.
Really?
That's crazy.
Damn, son.
Feels like it's
chatting.
been 12. I have the other one right here. The best example of that I can think of is yesterday. All social media went down. Instagram was down.
Oh yeah.
I went on Twitter because Twitter's still working.
Yeah.
Everybody's just fucking crying about Instagram not working.
Yeah, like chill. It's
Shut the fuck
fucking
up.
like 8 or 10 hours.
Dude,
Like,
you don't
relax.
go outside.
Yeah.
Go do something. What?
Or you're at work.
Yeah, work.
Exactly. The thing that I said too is like, unless it's your livelihood, like there was this tweet that was like, I wonder what IG models are doing on their day off. But like, unless it's your livelihood, if you're just fucking complaining about going on Instagram because you want to post a picture or see like your scroll, shut the fuck up.
Also, if it is your livelihood, I'm pretty sure you can go a day without it. Like, I'm pretty sure you make enough to
go fucking outside and play.
if you're making a living off Instagram.
Especially like a lot of kids. I guarantee yesterday they were just fucking dying. They were just like, oh my god, Instagram's not working, texting all their boys and like, yo, Instagram's go the fuck outside.
That's actually kind of scary.
Go
like
ride a fucking bike.
Terrifying.
How dependent
Yeah.
a lot of people are on that. Like it's
That's not even dependent on technology. That's just dependent on useless.
That's
shit.
No, you know what that's dependent on is
it's like emotionally
being
dependent on it.
validated.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, I didn't get to post this picture, so I
fucks
didn't get
with them-
mad likes.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
fucks with them
that's
like
true.
emotionally.
Yeah.
It's like a blackout. Like if we had an electrical blackout, that would fuck with us because it messes with what we need to
everything,
do.
work and
You
all
would
that
be able to work,
shit.
you would be able to do a lot of stuff. Your fridge would
It's just
your food would die.
crazy because when we were growing up and tying it into like the TV show stuff is like TV shows and movies like taught us. Nowadays like kids teach each other. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because everything's so easily
just echo chambers of
like think about it like
elementary school.
for example Vine.
Yeah.
Vine anybody there
rip.
so many famous people were kids on Vine. Everybody's learning from Vines
Yeah.
and learning these like stupid shit that doesn't matter. Nobody's watching TV anymore.
No.
Right?
It's
And
just getting
anybody
worse
who's
and
watching
worse and
YouTube,
worse.
everybody who's on YouTube is young. So you're not learning life lessons. You're just learning about what this person did today or this challenge that they did.
It does bum me out that cable TV is not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And it
I
sucks
hate it.
because people
just
want to make shows.
Yeah.
People want to like have good ideas, but nobody's watching it.
That's
why they have to do Netflix now.
Exactly.
People watch the easiest, most quickly entertaining thing, basically.
Yeah.
And since on your point of like kids teaching other kids, it's just we're all becoming almost basically the same person.
Yeah.
And you're just slowly gonna work into like this mediocrity of like
That's
human
terrifying.
existence.
Just a bunch of 7 billion average guys and gals.
Yeah.
Doing
Because if you
fuck
think
all,
of it,
really.
and like probably at the beginning, there's a lot of different like people doing different things, and different personalities, and just because we have access to everything, we all maybe we all turn into this better thing, but because you have all this knowledge, eventually you're gonna be born with like fucking implants that you'll have the world's knowledge
this
already.
This is gonna sound really dumb.
just turn
but
into one thing.
One thing that I'm glad is still doing really well right now is stand-up. Because
sort of
a lot of well, yeah, I know, but
I feel like it is.
Because
in
everybody's
comparison to like the
everybody's
90s,
sensitive.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. But like it's popular though.
But
But on Netflix.
True.
well, yeah, but yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
But like it still exists at least. At
Yeah.
least comedians still do shows and put out specials and like if you want to go back and watch older comedians from the 80s and 90s and 70s and whatever that have real shock value stuff to say.
Yeah.
They deliver it in a comedic way, but there's still lessons there.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like
There's,
I mean,
they're almost like fighting against like what they believe, like they're fighting for what they believe in their comedy.
yeah.
type thing.
Like here's
Now
my
it's just
opinion.
like-
You don't have to like it. You don't
No.
have to think I'm funny.
No.
But it doesn't mean that I have to be, on CNN apologizing for a joke.
Yeah.
Unless it was very
unless I'm
blatantly
clearly
over the
trying
line.
to sway an opinion of of what I'm saying. But yeah, if it's just fucking funny, like chill.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like going back to like TV shows is back in back in our day, there was just so much option.
It's funny we can say that.
It was like different. It was
I
like
feel myself changing too.
So do I.
You could-
into the
into the old man.
It's
Yeah,
weird. It
like,
just happened.
dude. You could watch Fresh Prince if you wanted to watch like a kind of like funny like rapper do his
Right.
thing, or you can watch Friends,
yeah.
which a group of fucking white people living in New York. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there were so many
There's
like
so many options. Yeah,
options.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nowadays, it's like everything's trying to be the same. Everything that puts out today is like, oh, that did well, so let's just copy that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Everything's
mean?
making a murderer now. Everything. Every documentary is that.
Yeah.
We can't have a 1 hour, 2
Even on
hour-
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's funny
everything's a
though.
series.
It's funny to like the go back to the point of like, oh, we feel ourselves turning into that.
Oh, I
and
do, for sure.
And I'm trying to like be like, okay, maybe we are turning into that, and maybe they do have the same shit. But then I'm also trying to like get onto their side and look at it, and it's still
Yeah,
looking
no,
like no, it's
what
like, I feel like we're right, but
what we consumed when we were kids
we just think we're right.
is a lot better than what they're consuming now.
It just wouldn't fly today.
And
That's
the only
reason
thing-
why they don't do it.
Where we're saying that we're old, the only thing that I will agree is when our parents say back in our day, I do think that even as humans, not even just like as, I don't know how I'm saying this, as like humans naturally, I think that our parents grew up in the best time because there was less of this and more going out and doing
Yeah.
things.
definitely
more
definitely
exploring.
in, like, in the 20s. Yeah.
There was a lot more.
Like, when our
prospering
maybe
when our
like
parents were in our mid
It's true.
20s.
We're
You know what I mean?
we're like at the cusp of like where it got difficult to be a successful adult.
yeah, like if we lived in those times, it'd be sick.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
It's so easy to be
and you can
successful back
and you
then.
can tell when you see people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and older talking about kids now. What's the reaction in the 70s? Oh yeah, Brad bought a house. Oh, right on. What's the reaction now? Oh, my buddy bought a house. How?
Yeah,
What?
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy. 'Cause
Congratulations,
We can't
like-
do it.
Or it
Yeah.
was like
It's
back
so
then. It was like, did you
tough.
buy a house yet?
That's true. I didn't even
Yeah.
think that.
Did you buy
like,
a house
yeah,
yet? Do you have a
Everyone
car
owned
yet?
a house.
You
Yeah.
do this yet?
Uh-huh.
That yet? And it's stuff that's like it feels so unattainable for a lot of people, right?
But
That's so
I'm
true.
just saying, even like as like kids.
Yeah.
So
Right,
say
yeah,
not even
yeah.
as 20s, like teenager kids. Our parents' generation, and like we got the end of it
Yeah, 'cause we were the
when we
beginning
were
of social
kids,
media.
was actually going out and doing things, and like it wasn't just sitting around on your phone, on your iPad,
Yeah.
watching screens.
Mhm.
Screens were hard to get.
They were.
You were outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if this happened in our time where Instagram's down or like the internet's down, we'd be like, okay, I'm going outside.
What's
and
Instagram?
fucking going to hang out.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if
No,
it
I
did
know.
exist,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
If the internet's down, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
What's
going to
Instagram?
fucking play with my friends. I don't care about the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Who cares about
Zakk's
that?
Yeah.
Instagrams down.
But I go back and forth between like our parents grew up in the best time and we grew up in the best time because like we technology became like an actual useful thing when we were somewhat old enough to use and appreciate it. So we got that beginning ride and that's basically like, I mean, it's done a lot for me in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
in terms of what
I'm
what
just
I
saying
know
more in
and
like
stuff.
a kid's way and in like I would,
You're not even
for
saying,
lack
like, in a
for lack of a
success way.
different
No,
word,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in like a reckless way almost. Because like
True.
if I feel like
They definitely have more fun. I
I feel like our parents' generation and before their generations, if you're able to have fun with nothing,
Yeah.
you're winning.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
If you just put them in a room,
Mm-hmm.
they're good.
Yeah.
Like when they're
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
If you put a kid in a room now and they don't have a phone
What's
or
the
like
They're
Wi-Fi?
something
so
to play with,
bored. Yeah.
they're fucked.
That's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah, they definitely grew up like emotional time and like kind of like friendship memory.
Yeah,
building
and
time
making the
way
best,
better and being
making fun
able-
out of anything.
Yeah, being able to not rely on.
Make
Yeah.
your own fun.
They
I'd
didn't
love
really
to
rely
see-
on
And
anything.
I'm not included in that. If I'm in a room by myself,
No, yeah,
I take
I'm
out my
fucked.
phone
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm better than
We're not
anybody.
innocent.
No,
I'm
yeah.
saying that that's the reason that I envy our parents' generation because
Yeah.
It wasn't even an option back then.
and I feel like their patience is way higher than ours.
Mhm.
I'd love to see the stats on like hospitals. How many kids a year come in now with a broken arm or broken leg from bike riding or climbing a tree or,
Oh, yeah,
or
true. I
just
wonder if
doing
it went
kid
down,
shit
Yeah.
like-
versus now?
Outside playing injuries.
I bet
Like,
you
I
that
wonder-
went down
Drop, yeah.
and vision went down
Yeah,
as well.
true.
Like more people
Optometrists
wearing
are loving it.
glasses.
Probably
That's
yeah,
because
yeah,
from
yeah.
looking at
Fucking
screens all day?
vision, Yeah, true.
Because I
That's a
always
good
see
point. Yeah,
I always
wonder.
see families out and their kid will start acting up and they'll just be like, here, shut up.
Here,
Pass
take the
their phone,
iPad,
and that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's very true. I really want to know that.
Yeah, I wonder what the stats are.
There's got to be something. That has to be.
Yeah.
Like, because kids would just break their bones all the time.
Yeah, what happened? Oh, you know, jumping his
Fell
bike
out of a
or
tree.
making a tree fort and he fell out of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and shit like that.
Now it's like you got arthritis.
Yeah. Not even just broken bones, but like, remember you'd be in elementary school and you'd come in from recess like in the summertime and you and all your buddies, we'd all have shorts on and all your fucking knees are cut
you're
up and
fucked up.
bruised.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
I bet you
sliding
kids don't even get
around.
grass stains
No,
anymore.
remember grass stains?
Yeah. They probably. My mom would be
Have you
pissed
ever
when I
seen
get
a
grass
laundry?
stains.
Is there still laundry ads that
Have
No.
grass
Have
stains?
grass
No.
stains and like all that shit?
That's
Like,
true.
Well, I don't
know.
know because nobody watches TV anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, ads are everywhere.
They are everywhere. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
Crazy.
like
I can't find out.
I feel like what do kids do at recess now?
They honestly, yeah, they probably just
And the shit's like permanent. Like run your hand down your shin. It's like you're reading Braille.
Yeah,
Like it's fucked.
it's fucked up.
Because all the times you fell and like hit your legs and all that, like your shins are just like bumpy as shit.
True, yeah, it's like you're reading.
It's like you're reading Braille, dog. Mine are at least.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
You know what's crazy too to think about when we were kids? I don't know if you guys did this, but like most of me and my
Dented.
friends did. Is like how like reckless you were when you were like you would hurt your body so much doing
You
dumb
didn't give a
shit,
shit,
and
yeah.
you just get up and
Yeah.
be fine. I used to do this thing where I just did front flips all the time, but land on
Yeah.
my back.
Yeah, we had
I would
it was
literally
sick.
just do a front
At
flip
fucking-
and land on my back, and then I would just get up after that.
at Austin's house. He had a pool and he had a trampoline, and we would always play on that. But then he also had a raccoon problem, so his dad got this plywood board and put a bunch of nails in it, then ran wire across it and plugged it into 120 volts. And then our friend was jumping on the trampoline, and we were, like a ball bounced off, and he ran and grabbed the ball and stepped on the fucking thing.
Oh,
and
shit.
Full on got electrocuted.
Nice.
And he's just like, I'm good. Like
he's
went
dead
home to his
now.
parents and
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
just chilled.
Bottom of his foot was just fried.
Like that would
Do you
be
think-
lawsuits and shit
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And, like
Do you think
posts all over
recess now is
Instagram.
just pockets of kids gathered around their phones?
Probably.
Yeah, how we used to be with Pokemon cards.
cards.
They got their phones out.
Yeah, when school's back in, just go stand on the playground and
Nope. Nope.
just peek out your window.
Dude, do
Yeah.
it.
See what they're doing.
No.
And record it, and then report to us.
Nope. I literally if I'm like home from work early or
Shut
whatever,
all the blinds.
and I'm in the house when school gets out, I fucking lock myself down. I'm just
In your car
chilling.
and face of
No,
school.
no, I'm in the fucking side. I am out
In
of
the
there.
fucking
Oh, you're
side.
inside
In
I'm
the
in the
fucking
fucking side.
in the fucking side of my house, and I
Yeah.
am just out of there.
You get them in your house and lock it down.
No,
What were you saying about documentaries?
it's just sick that you can like learn about shit.
I think
Literally.
that's
'Cause
I think that's a reason of people being able not to be sensitive, but to be able to combat things now is because it's so easily accessible.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about something, you just Google it and find out everything. They didn't have that
Mhm.
back in the day,
I
so
know.
nobody could be upset.
Yeah.
True.
But it is important that you take both sides from it.
That's the thing. There's
Very important.
yeah.
Especially now where that echo chambers are more prevalent than ever for the left and the right.
Huge. There's a lot. I always try
Right.
and watch a documentary and
Huge.
understand like its bias and where it's coming from, and then pick it apart on like, okay, they're
Yeah.
saying that because it's from this side,
Mhm.
but it makes sense because
Yeah.
they're like scientifically makes sense, or there's facts
Mhm.
behind it.
Like if you
Yeah,
surround
as long as there's
yourself-
facts.
If
Yeah.
you surround yourself with only like liberal or conservative views,
You-
that's all you're gonna get.
That's
right?
the thing. It's actually really bad with searching and all these algorithms now. Is you search one thing, now it's going to show you all that.
Yeah.
So you slowly just get like lost.
Not even on
funneled.
purpose.
Yeah, not
Get
even
funneled
on
in one
purpose. You get funneled
direction.
into this direction of
Now
like,
you're accidentally only getting one side of
Mhm.
everything, not even by any fault of your
Yeah.
own,
Yeah.
just by out like
And
YouTube's
just reading
algorithm
headlines
there.
too.
Yeah,
that's the
and
You
worst.
see a
So
headline
I
and
do
you're just
that.
like, oh shit. Yeah, everybody does that.
If it's
Yeah.
something like really important though that I want to know, then I'll read it. But
and then
if
you'll
it's just,
find
like,
out it's clickbait.
if it's like a fact that it's
Yeah.
like something happened and people get over it in a day, I'll be like, oh, that's funny, okay,
Yeah.
and then move on. And it's bad, but whatever, it's entertaining.
And you take into consideration like what your source is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
If you're reading an article from BuzzFeed, you're like, well,
yeah. Am I really like? Is
Fuck
this really
that.
trustworthy?
is it not only that, but like we're talking about some
The
pretty
far left,
some pretty
yeah.
serious left
Yeah.
bias, and then there's that whole story that if you're so inclined, you can look into it. Leader of BuzzFeed Canada got fired a few years ago for like saying some crazy shit.
Really?
Look it up. I don't remember. We can talk about it next week. I'll get like the old story,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
mad funny, dude.
Damn. When was this?
2016 or 17.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Damn.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I-
it's biased as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Careful.
speaking of documentaries,
Oh shit.
did you guys watch Leaving Neverland?
I
Part 1 and 2.
did, yeah.
Part 1 and
Part 1 and
fucking
2.
4 hours of shit.
I know.
Yeah, that's
You think there was so much shit that they could have like
the
cut out.
first
Fucking 4 hours.
episode went on
4 hours? You telling me there's 4 hours on this guy?
No,
Yeah.
the first episode definitely went on like probably like at least 45 minutes too long.
No, I'll
Yeah.
say this though, like they didn't dance around too much. Like it's coming,
also-
it comes at you quick.
Like,
No, I'm just
straight
saying that
up
there
fuck
was,
Michael.
there was,
That's
there
a
was,
monster.
There were some parts that were like, bro, get us to the facts.
Yeah.
Like I get it's a shock value thing. Like tell me everything he did to you, but like
Yeah,
he's
most of
fucked
the
up.
stuff that they put in was just so that you.
The second part was a little more.
No,
Second
but
part
like
was
for
better.
both of it, the reason that they put in that extra shit is so that you would have more emotion towards the family.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
then
And
it's
the
just
guy.
kind of dishing out all the. It's like this. Look, this is what
yeah,
happened.
this is everything.
Here
It's
you
also-
go. So I do respect that.
There's
Yeah,
also
no.
a
When I was
lot-
watching it, I was like, "This is long," but I still
It's
was
just-
watching
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
like, "Yo,
Yeah,
fuck
it was.
this."
It wasn't like it got boring.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
There is a lot to unpack there.
Dude, so much time.
I'll
like,
say,
there's a
like-
lot to unpack.
Did he do it?
Before, when I was younger, I legitimately was just like, oh, he's just weird. Like I never looked into it. I never watched a court case.
Yeah,
Really
and you're
interested
hearing
in
so
that.
many people say
I
that.
never looked.
I thought he was just.
and he
a
only
weird
went to
guy.
trial
Yeah.
once. Isn't that fucked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and that's my fault. I just never looked into it as a kid because
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. So I always was just like, oh, I don't know, maybe, but like probably not, or like I didn't really have an opinion on it.
The
but,
thing for
Yeah.
me, the way that
now it's
I grew up,
100%
it was
he did
like my dad listened to a lot of rock music, so that's where I got like that side of me, and then my
Yeah.
mom listened to like R&B and
The
like
pop
Michael
stuff,
Jackson and
MJ,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So since I can remember, she's always been like, yeah, he's sick, but like he's a weirdo. And
Yeah.
she'd always just tell us that. She'd be like,
a
yeah, he's a
weirdo.
weird guy though.
Yeah, yeah.
Even before like any allegations, before anything, she was
Yeah.
always just like, yeah, he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
And then so like I always had the impression of him, like I was just like there was never like I was watching any of these things and I was like, no, that can't happen. I was like, yeah, he's a weirdo.
Maybe, yeah. He was
Yeah.
never normal.
I've
to you
never
at all.
been
Yeah.
like a super fan of anything, but like a lot of people are having a tough time with it.
Dude,
He's
he's the last celebrity.
yeah. That'll be that
Everybody's
famous.
famous and a celebrity.
No.
Or
He's
everybody's
the only
famous now.
person that's ever going to be that fucking
Ever.
famous.
Ever again.
In the thing, you cannot name one person out of the.
The only other
he was
person's
known
Freddie Mercury.
around the world.
Like, oh,
Even
it's really
still,
weird
he's
that
way
he
bigger
built
than
like
Freddie
his own
Mercury.
little world at Neverland Ranch. Well, that's because he had to.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't go anywhere
Yeah,
else.
he fucking that documentary. He paid a shopping no, a
Yes.
grocery store
to
He
fill
hired
it with actors so he
yeah.
can see what it's
Go
like to go
grocery
do
shopping.
groceries
Yeah.
and be like, hey, how you doing?
His battery's flashing, so it's probably gonna go off soon.
Did you watch that on Rogan? Yeah, you did because I saw the same video.
Oh, was it?
But yeah,
it was
he-
on road.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
but also he had a
He
weird
bought out the-
stance on it.
Joe, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just watched the clip
No.
of the grocery
He was
store
like weirdly
thing.
defending him.
What do you think he did it?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. He's a,
Even just
That's
sleeping in the
fucked.
same bed with somebody, which he
Even
admitted,
that-
a
he
kid.
had-
That's fucked up.
actually, yeah, in that Joe Rogan thing, apparently he had, I don't know if it's true, but he had like pressure pads almost that would warn him if people were coming to the room.
Yeah.
that was
like,
in the
put on a light.
documentary too.
Oh,
yeah,
was
like
it?
he
Oh,
had
I
like
thought it was in
little
the Joe
like
Rogan
if
thing.
he walked past like closed a certain
Sensors.
door,
Yeah.
like a bell would ring.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
that's
Christmas bell or
He just-
something.
The thing that
Weird as
is
fuck.
crazy is that like it still blows my mind that he only went to trial once
Yeah.
because he settled
Money.
the other time,
'Cause there's
which
so much
worked
fucking
so
money.
well in his fucking favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, well, we gave you this much money and you're good. So you know what I mean?
So like they wanted money.
Yeah.
It's even crazier to
It's
see that
fucked.
footage like that they put in of the time it went to trial and like Wade was the star witness.
Mm.
Did you see
and all
that,
that
they
stuff.
showed those
It's
videos of
fucking
people
crazy.
reacting and he's like, fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Yes.
I
What?
was like, dude, what the
What
fuck?
happened?
All
In
these
the-
fans.
Did you
make
even watch the
videos.
documentary?
during the credits?
Oh,
no,
I-
no.
Yeah, it showed some
I didn't
fans.
see
No. That
Credits.
was it was like in the middle of the second episode.
Oh, was it?
At
When
the end of
yeah.
the at the end of the
Fuck
second one, it was him
Fuck
burning
you,
everything.
Wade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
It
that.
showed
I watched
fans reacting to
Oh.
him,
I
and
missed
he
that
was
part.
like, "Yo, fuck you, Wade! You fucking ruin everything." Blah.
says,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
you like
oh yeah,
1,000
that guy in his like
times.
bedroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. What? It's so crazy that someone will, like you can get so famous and like have all this power that people will literally worship you as a god.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No
And
matter what you do.
you're not a human to them anymore.
will
Like,
never
no matter
happen
what-
again.
Like he is a disgusting like fucking monster that like one of the worst ones out there probably
Oh,
to
yeah.
the shit he did.
Yeah.
And And he went to trial, and then there was like Grammys or something honoring him, like like while he was under attack of being an accused fucking child molester.
And like the thing too is like,
doesn't happen nowadays.
Is like he like molested those kids and shit, which is fucking terrible, of course.
Yeah.
But he even ruined their lives in worse ways than that. Well, not worse, but like in shit ways too. He like uprooted their whole family, moved them here, made these little kids think that he was in love with them. They were in a relationship. Yeah. And then that one way guy was just like, all right, peace, and that's it.
Yeah, even if he didn't have sex with the kids.
That dad killed himself.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
I don't know if that was because of MJ, though.
No, it was because his family left.
Yeah.
His family
left. That probably like kicked it off, yeah. But yeah, even if you didn't touch them at all, you're telling the kid you love them, you're his best friend, and then all of a sudden you're gone. He's like,
the weird thing about that one is it wasn't so much like the time that this happened and the time that happened. It was very much referred to as a relationship. Yeah. Which is like what makes it
like
next
10
level
months to a year
with
each person.
It's crazy. He just brainwashed the shit out of them.
And now,
did you see when he was what happened when he pretty much every time, but the one I'm thinking of is when he went to the hospital or something. It showed the clip of all these girls outside crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's going on with that?
They're super fans.
When he went to the hospital, like when he died?
Mm-hmm.
No, before that. He like got sick first.
Oh, the first time you mean? Yeah.
And it just showed everybody outside crying.
And literally anywhere he goes, there will be shit.
No, but I'm saying that like after all this.
Oh yeah, they're still fans of him.
Like if somebody that I liked as a celebrity was in the hospital, I wouldn't be crying. I would be upset. But
like, oh, that sucks.
Here's the thing too.
Die hard.
After I watched it, I watched the 2-part, and then I watched the Oprah thing, and then I took to Twitter because
bad idea.
I know, but I started searching up some of the hashtag to see like what people are saying. So I said, okay, well, time to go the other side. So I type in hashtag MJ innocent. Yeah. Pressed enter.
Yeah, will come up.
And I could not believe, like, I thought it was just like a kind of a loud minority.
Yeah.
It is shocking how many people.
Yeah, it's tons of people.
Really?
I know, it's crazy, but I here I am thinking like it's probably a smaller percentage, but they're just really loud.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. There's a fuck ton. And by the way, one of the people I saw had you're gonna fucking love this.
And by the way,
one of the people I saw there was in literally like every thread. Every thread I'd go in.
Oh, they're just so like
this person would be there. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I click on their profile. This person's 20. You don't remember Thriller.
What?
Like, why do you care so much?
True.
You don't remember Thriller.
Yeah,
your mom probably doesn't remember Thriller.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
Like, why do you care so much?
Yeah,
I can see if you're someone who's older and literally grew up on it. Not grew up on it like my parents liked it. Like, grew up on it.
Yeah.
Then, okay, fine. But you don't even remember any of this
how
stuff.
are you?
The shitty part about it all is that those two guys, like, nobody's seeing how big of a risk they took.
Oh my
god!
God,
Their life is shit. Like their life is done now.
Even just admitting that.
Just being like, they're the victims.
Huge.
But coming out and saying that, first of all, it takes mad courage. So big ups to those people.
Yeah.
But like, their life's never gonna be the same now.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Michael Jackson was the biggest celebrity ever.
Yeah.
And you're telling people the truth about what happened. People aren't gonna like that.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking
gonna not like that. Yeah.
Be like, there's
They're
probably
not
gonna
gonna
be
like
people
that.
trying to kill. You know what I mean? Like,
and he was, and it's like props them too for like saying like I'm doing this because like I wanna like help others come out.
Yeah, because he was saying that he was
lost.
thinking about if that happened to his kid.
Yeah.
And then he like tripped.
Yeah.
And big props to Dan Reed, the guy who did it, and he's never done anything huge before. So to make
the documentary.
to put your name on this as your first project.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
It's
that's
just
pretty
so much
brave.
controversy.
It's crazy that people will still.
It's just
People will
you
still
can't
trip
def-
out
how
for
do you
that.
defend that?
People will still trip out for that, and not understand that like these people were victims of abuse.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for somebody to come out and say it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making a whole fucking documentary about it.
Yeah.
And also like I get the whole like, okay, sometimes people lie about shit so we can't totally believe it, but especially when it's something like that, if someone came to you and was like, hey, I was molested by this guy, you would be better off to believe the kid or the now grown up, just in case it's true.
Yeah.
You're like, calling this now even worse because he's now dead, like worse for him. Like calling this dead guy a child abuser is going to do way less harm than saying this child that was abused is lying.
Yeah.
Like if it was true,
I agree
he wasn't.
with you, but now replace that guy and that dead guy with Michael Jackson.
So
that's why it's a problem for them, not because it's a guy, but because
Michael
who
Jackson.
It is.
Yeah,
it's just blind dedication.
But now, even still, with him being Michael Jackson, you're better off. Your odds are better off to take this guy's
especially from
side.
all the people who have come forward and said it's not
even
these two people only.
No, it's not.
Michael Jackson's innocent.
Tons of fucking kids. That one dude. I can't remember if it was the first person to sue him or like come out and say it. It was a fucking kid that his Make-A-Wish was to hang out with Michael Jackson, and he fucking abused that kid.
Yeah. It wasn't Jordan, but it was the other one. Was it Jordy or the other kid?
I can't remember
I
the
can't
name.
remember the name.
It was a Make-A-Wish kid that
that's what it was?
Yeah. Their only wish before they died was to meet Michael Jackson. And he fucks that up. You know what I mean? That's so fun. Yeah. And like, what would that kid have to gain lying?
Literally nothing.
He's gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
So like,
literally nothing.
True. Yeah.
Crazy.
And not only that, but imagine that, and then nobody believes you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
you're just
it's fucked up.
Like,
and then the other thing that I was thinking about too, because like apparently, who was it? It was Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman, I think. They were both the ones that said like, he didn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, obviously not, because it's part of the plan. He's a.
They're already famous. They were already.
He's
like,
a child in his head,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's fucked up. He's got this all planned out. When he was doing this all, he knew. He was telling them, he
knew the consequences.
He was coaching them. He was saying, "Don't say anything, or we're going to go to jail, whatever."
Yeah.
He's going after these fucking low-income kids because
Macaulay
they need
Culkin
that
and
money.
Corey
They
Feldman.
need that help.
They know the moms are going to be like, yeah, sure, take
Macaulay
my son,
Culkin and Corey Feldman are already rich.
They're already rich?
He's going to be friends with them, not ever touch them, so that he has those two people in the bank being like, ask them, I didn't touch them.
Because people believe them.
Here's
And
my-
he probably didn't touch them because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people
He's
believe
thinking,
that more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
these two guys are going to be my star witnesses
Why
always.
risk?
Exactly.
They'll always say that.
And they'll always be like, yeah, well, when we hung out, it was
At
fine.
the risk of putting my tinfoil hat on here for a second, do you think that the Jackson estate is possibly making some money exchange hands so that Macaulay Culkin never says something happened if it did?
I don't think so.
Because
I think that Michael Jackson,
he did get fucked out of a lot of his money. By his parents.
I would say I'm gonna believe Macaulay Culkin and say he didn't touch him because that's what he said.
Yeah.
But if he was lying, the only reason he would lie is just because he was, and he just doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Like that. But I don't think there's money. I wouldn't even think there's money involved. It's just he doesn't feel comfortable with saying that.
it could be.
But I don't think he was because he said.
I don't think he was, and it's
just an Alex Jones thought.
Yeah.
Thought I'd throw it
it's
out there.
because as much as it's shit, all the stuff that Michael Jackson did, I don't think that he's that stupid of a person.
Mm.
He probably would have thought that through, being like, okay, well, if I just make friends with these other kids and don't touch them,
Yeah.
they're gonna have my back when I say, hey,
Right.
I didn't ever touch you, bro.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah.
Also, the fucking moms were.
Oh my
so
fucking
stupid.
god!
You know what's crazy about
They
that?
didn't even care.
They didn't even
The rich
cry
ones didn't
when they were
care.
talking about it.
know.
That rich, like the blonde one.
Yeah.
She was happy.
She was just like, yeah, I
She's
fucked over
fucking
my
rich
kid.
From it. Yeah.
When she was talking about MJ,
It's your fault. Your kid
her
got fucking
eyes got
molested.
brighter when she talked about Michael than when she talked about her son.
Yeah. She didn't cry like once.
Michael still has her.
If
it
that mom actually cared about their kid, she would be bawling her eyes out the whole time and be like, "Holy fuck, it's my fault. It's my fault." Like she would not forgive herself at all.
The only person that was like had their brain in check that I found was the guy's brother.
Yeah.
and
he
the
was
sister
like,
was
No, the
was
sister was
close.
kind of fucked up too.
She at least got
definitely that
emotional,
brother.
though.
He was like, "Fuck."
No,
her,
I'm
he'll
not saying
never
she didn't get
forgive her.
emotional. I'm just saying that she got sucked into it.
Oh she did.
The brother
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
The brother from the
No,
start was
brother
like, "Nah,
didn't,
you
yeah.
can't
Like
do
I
this."
totally see why they got sucked into it because he's the most famous person in the world, saying, "Hey, come live with me." A lot
And
of
if you
people
don't
are
have
gonna say
money,
yes.
right?
But yeah, and if you don't have money, so he definitely chose them. But like, don't let your kid sleep in a fucking room with this grown man.
Exactly.
That's so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
You don't care for your kid at that point, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault that the kid got molested. It's their fault that their kid got molested. If it wasn't them, it would be another kid. So there's no avoiding not getting a kid molested because MJ would have done it to someone else. It's their fault their kid got molested. So it's still their fault. It's not 100%.
Well, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
It's their
Yeah,
fault
yeah.
and
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's their
yeah,
fault. Their
yeah.
kid. It's Michael Jackson's fault.
The kid is not at fault at all.
Oh fuck no.
Not even in the
Not even
slightest.
close. Like the
I think
total
that's
furthest
pretty
away from it.
evident.
Because
Yeah.
that's just like,
It's all the mom and MJ.
yeah,
Mhm.
any kid that's that young, their idols fucking talking to them.
Especially when like James was 5 when he won that dance contest and got to meet him for the first time. Like think about how young that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're 5 years old, like you're still having temper tantrums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of how easy it is
Like there's
for
still
people.
words you can't say.
Yeah, and it's so
when you're
easy to
5.
convince a kid of anything. Like look at all the like
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church kids and stuff.
Yeah.
You can teach a kid
Yeah.
anything and it'll become that.
Exactly.
So like he just breeds them from almost fucking birth.
And like the other thing too is like, sort of devil's advocate is, like, what is like what can you do if this is like, I feel like it's some sort of mental illness to be able to do that to a child. There's
Yeah.
gonna be something fucking wrong with your brain.
Oh yeah, there's
so like
definitely-
what are the steps that like a society can take?
Yeah, what can you do to
prevent
deal with
that?
that? Yeah, how
Right.
can how do you
Because
study it?
if you, I feel like if you're somebody that stopped, if you're somebody that has, maybe you haven't even molested a kid, but you have had like a thought about it. How do you as a person go to somebody and say, hey, I had
Like,
this thought,
Yeah, how would you address that?
right?
Yeah.
Because then right away, people are going to be like, oh, well, you're a fucking crazy weirdo. I'm
Right.
calling the police.
It's not illegal to have the thought, right?
I know, but who's going to go and tell anybody?
They need
Yeah, that's true.
So it's acceptable to talk about, to tell someone about that.
Yeah.
And it needs to be. And it's completely fucked up, and anyone who acts on that
Yeah.
should be dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should, if someone is struggling with those issues, because I don't know what it fucking is like to have that.
No.
So it's obviously probably something
Yeah.
insanely mental.
It has to be.
It has to
It's
be.
like how I was saying, well, it's not exactly the same, but it's like how I was saying, like when we were arguing that some people think that people choose to be gay.
Yeah, no.
It's like me as a straight person, I can't imagine sucking a dick.
Yeah.
Can you?
No.
No,
So
exactly.
that's nothing. It's
not
not
a
something
choice.
that I would think about or want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
As somebody who's not a pedophile,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine touching
No,
a
not
child.
even close.
Exactly.
But some people can.
If they can imagine that,
And
you
people
should
can-
be able to go
Right.
for help.
So
and
there's
ask
there's
about that.
obviously
There should
something
be
wrong with your
resources.
brain.
Yeah.
And maybe there is resources. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I think
but
a lot of people too, like from a professional standpoint, are scared of having that conversation because they don't want to have to put their head into a place
True.
where they got to think about, okay,
Yeah.
where does my head got to be
Yeah.
to the point where I
To help
where
this
I
person.
not only to help this person, but to the point of where I have to think about
Oh yeah.
what I have to be like to
Yeah.
touch a
You
child.
have to, you have
Yeah.
to put yourself in there.
And
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of
in their
people are
shoes.
scared of that.
Yeah.
Whether it's for
Or not even
their-
scared. It's just you're not able to do that.
Right, you can't do
I
it.
wouldn't even be able to
No.
begin to put myself in that
No, not even
situation.
close.
So like you're like on a team of therapists or whoever it would be that would look
Mhm.
after this
Mhm.
team of doctors, and you got to talk to each other and be like, okay, so
Because there
what
is
the
that.
fuck do we do?
Yeah, because that's so true. That, like, we could probably solve it.
Yeah.
Like, it'd
Or like
take
just cut it
decades
down.
and decades
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
research and
Because think
time,
about
but-
Or
how
at least
many
be able to
think about how
pinpoint
many
what it
kids
is.
out there
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
happened to and they didn't say anything.
Oh yeah,
Or
probably,
like
probably way
they
more
erase the
than
memory.
way more than people who have come
Yeah.
forward. I bet.
Never mind
Yeah.
by Michael Jackson, just
Yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah.
And
Like,
the thing
yeah.
that fucking bothers me the most, man,
Mhm.
this guy was like worship. You literally could have fucked anybody.
Yeah,
Literally,
true. Why
like,
do you?
and
That's why I
of
think it's a
age.
mental thing.
yeah,
of age and consenting adult.
Yeah.
Literally, and you could walk on the street and be like, "Hey, you want to
you're
fuck
Michael
me?"
Jackson.
And
Yeah.
they'll probably
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
You could walk up to a dude with his girlfriend and be like, "Hey, girl, you want to fuck me?" And she'd probably fuck you.
And
Yeah.
the dude would be like, yeah.
And he'd be like, "Go, it's Michael Jackson.
Michael
go fuck
Jackson.
his-
That's
suck
why
his
it's
dick."
got to be like some fucking mental thing.
Exactly.
He didn't want that.
That's why
he
it's,
wanted to
it's-
have
even,
sex with
even
these
like
kids.
so if it's boys that he likes,
Yeah.
he could go up to any guy,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
consenting
Yeah,
adult,
dude, yeah.
and be like, "Hey, I want to fuck you,"
Yeah.
and they'd probably be like, "Yeah, all right."
All right. Yeah.
And
Michael Jackson.
especially okay, even like say you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
If you're not gay and I'm Michael Jackson, I say, "Yo, I want to fuck you. I'll give you $1 million." You're gonna be like, "Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
fuck."
It's Michael Jackson.
And then while he's fucking, you're just like in your head, you're like, "I wouldn't even take that $1 million."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck?
It's so true.
That's how you know that it's like your fucking brain.
yeah, it's not a
It's wired
it's not a
differently.
choice.
Like if you want to talk about just music industry and nothing else, like he is like
Oh yeah.
the god.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
really?
fucked. It's
Like-
crazy.
You can't go anywhere without.
No, $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Just from like music and music related stuff. The next person close, just to give you an idea of how big that is, Jay-Z is sitting at like 600,000 or 600 million.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's like
so
$1.7 billion from
Yep.
music. By far and away the best selling artist. And that's why
It's
it's
still
so-
making money.
And that's why it's so hard for people to rap their. You know, he owned the rights to Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That's so crazy.
And the
That's why it
Beatles
was in,
catalog.
it was
What
in
what
the
a fucking
Simpsons.
douchebag.
And
the
the
Simpsons
Beatles
episode.
catalog.
Yeah, he
Happy
fucking
Birthday,
bought
Lisa?
out all the Beatles music, right?
Yeah, they pulled that, didn't they? The Simpsons episode.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
I
he's
never seen it.
He sings Happy Birthday.
Oh, does
in it.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some like you like. Why were you buying the rights to Happy Birthday if you like kids? Like they should be able to get it sung to them at restaurants and
Yeah.
shit. Like
Because he's
that's just
fucked.
such a dick. That's such a dick move. And then
Yeah.
buying all the Beatles shit, dick. He
Well-
outbid Paul McCartney.
Well, Paul couldn't afford it though.
Yeah, because Michael was like, "Fuck you, I'm just gonna buy." Because he had like a beef with him.
I think it's funny,
I
but
think
yeah,
it's just
But that's such a dick move. Like
They
you're
gotta-
an
yeah.
asshole. He was an asshole for sure.
oh yeah.
Because he could just do whatever the fuck he
Head
wanted.
dangling
Yeah.
his kid, and then he faked the
Oh, yeah, I
fucking
forgot
marriage
about
with that girl.
was it Lisa Marie Presley?
I don't know her fucking name. You always say all these names. I don't know. The
Lisa
fucking
Marie
name.
Presley's pretty fucking famous.
How?
What did he fake the marriage?
Lisa
What did she
Marie
do?
Presley. She's related to Elvis.
So she's
Oh,
not
it's-
Elvis. Who
oh.
gives
I know,
a
but she's
fuck?
still famous.
His daughter?
Yeah, it
Doesn't
was just
mean
like a
shit to
cover
me.
up.
Yeah. It was just like a fake marriage.
Yeah,
It was all like fucking planned out.
So fucked.
yeah. And then the one, I don't remember if it was her or the other girl she married, but the one that was the mother of his two kids, she said they never even had sex once.
Seriously?
They never had sex.
They're trying to.
And there's an interview with the guy who was MJ's sperm donor.
Yeah.
Did you watch that one?
No.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it, and I
Yeah,
was
because
like,
the kids came out with no fucking color.
yeah,
So that's not Michael Jackson's.
yeah.
yeah,
No, it's not
true.
MJ's kids. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, his like fucking nephew and like family members are trying to make like a documentary like rebutting. It.
Oh yeah.
it's
MJ's
like
nephew.
Yeah.
Mm.
Taj or
Oh,
something.
MJ's not making it, but his family.
His
I said
name's
MJ's
Taj,
nephew.
I think.
I said MJ's nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
He's-
said
he's
MJ's
the one,
making
like,
it. I was
he's
like,
the one
no.
big on it. He's like, he never touched me, so like, he's not.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
obviously
did see that
his family's
quote,
gonna
yeah.
defend him. I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. they
But
But I don't know how.
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
Fucking prove.
if that much shit came out about someone in my family,
Yeah, I'd be like, they're fucked.
I would be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
that
but think
person's
about
fucked.
like what they're protecting. Like,
But it's his uncle.
what are they protecting? Who do you know in the Michael Jacksons, like their family?
They're protecting the money that they're getting from him.
no,
Like,
I'm not
that's what they're
saying
protecting.
that like he didn't do it and shit. I'm just saying like the only reason why like if Michael Jackson didn't go on to become Michael Jackson, would anybody give a fuck about the Jackson 5? Like, let's be honest here. Probably not.
Probably
They're
not.
protecting
Yeah,
their
there would be a
money,
lot-
and that's
yeah,
it.
they are. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
They're protecting their estate, and that's the only thing
because everything's
they're
gonna
protecting.
drop them once like. Basically.
yeah, but like nobody
Knock
really
down.
cares
They
about the
shouldn't get in
Jackson
trouble
family.
because of what Michael Jackson did.
Not anymore.
I don't think so. But they shouldn't defend him.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they shouldn't be punished for what he did.
Yeah.
It was his fault. It's not their fault that he fucking did that.
How much
he's
is
fucked.
the?
But they shouldn't.
I don't
defend
think
him.
they talked about it in the documentary, but like, how much is the lawsuit for? Because isn't
Which one?
Wade suing the Jackson estate?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what it's for though.
Oh, I don't even
either.
remember the first one was for like the settlement was like 22 million or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would almost want to. I mean, I wouldn't know what I would say in that
Fuck
situation, but I
that.
would almost be like, yo, I'm not even gonna fucking sue you. Just this is what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. If
Don't put
that
any-
if that fucker, if someone like that touched one of my kids,
Yeah.
I would not take any
I
settlement.
don't want your
No.
fucking
No.
money. Go fuck yourself.
I would
I don't
fucking
need your
say
help.
you're either going to jail or
Mm.
I'm killing you.
Or
if someone
I'm
touched
going
my
to
kid, I
jail.
would kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, why would they? Yeah, that's fucked that she.
Why would you
settled.
take the money?
Yeah, that was that blonde girl, right? The
I
mom.
don't remember which one it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was the one. She looked like she was in a fancy house.
Mhm.
I
Not
remember
Wade.
two parents.
What were the guys' names?
Wade and James.
So it was James' mom.
No, both of them didn't take any.
Oh,
They didn't sue.
that
The two moms that were in it,
the like
James
Desperate
and-
Housewives looking mom.
James and Wade's
Yeah.
moms.
she took
both-
the settlement, didn't?
No, there wasn't. This is the first time that those two are coming out. There's no settlement. The settlement was like a different group of people.
Oh,
These two people haven't. Right? I'm right.
I thought the
Yeah,
other
maybe
guy
the settlement
settled. I thought-
was Jordan, the other kid.
It was a different kid because
yeah,
this-
might be right.
What
This
is it, Wade and
documentary-
who?
Wade and James.
this documentary, the first two, this is the first time that they're both coming forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they wouldn't have got a settlement.
Mm-hmm. They have. Yeah. Yeah.
James's mom is the one with the long brown hair. And she was like, I fucked up.
Right. And Wade's mom.
And
was
Wade's
the,
mom is Australian.
Yeah, the
redhead.
Australian redhead.
Yeah. The blonde hair is James' mom.
Yeah.
Blonde hair. James. No, James's mom has brown hair.
One of them had blonde and pink hair, and the other one had brown hair.
Blonde and pink. Did you guys watch the same thing as me?
Blonde and pink. She had like pink and brown.
Or whatever it was.
What
One of
would
them,
he do
one of them had
something?
red hair, and one of them had brown hair. That's it.
I thought she had like light brown to blonde.
No. 'Cause it might have been someone else that they interviewed.
Oh, maybe.
Leaving Netherland? Yeah.
Leaving Netherlands.
Leaving Netherlands? Jesus.
And like the scary part to think of too is like everybody's like looking at this and being like, oh shit, this happened, but guaranteed that this is happening right now with somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could be a celebrity that you love.
Pink. Tell me that's not pink.
That's like
There's
reddish
like
pink.
That's
pink
not the
highlights
mom I'm
in her
talking
hair.
about. I'm talking about
the
the other
one?
mom.
Okay, well then yeah.
The other mom had brown hair.
The one that the kid that had the jewelry.
Yeah,
it's
that was
James.
fucking
Okay.
crazy.
Find a picture of her. I thought she had blonde hair.
Imagine like, never mind.
What?
Like imagine how
What's
like
her name?
how fucked up shooting that scene would have been for James, like having to pull that jewelry out.
Blonde hair.
Yeah, all of the jewelry that he got.
Yeah, fuck.
This chick, that's blonde.
That's like brown hair.
No, that's straight up blonde.
Have you seen blonde hair before? Look, this is the girl.
No, I'm talking about in the documentary.
Yeah, but even in the documentary, it's brown. Either way, they didn't take the settlement.
It was another family.
This is the person whose husband killed himself.
Yeah, the no.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? I thought it was.
She was in it a lot more. She was in it a lot more than
There was
the
this
other
one with
mom, too.
the big husband.
The Australian husband killed himself.
Yes. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
She's the one whose husband was happy, and when something went wrong, he was like, "Oh, we have to defend Michael. We have to save Michael."
Yeah.
But none of them took a settlement
Oh, I thought she did.
because this is the first time that they're coming out and
Yeah.
saying it.
and saying that he did it. Yeah.
Stephanie Safechuck. Yeah. Oh well.
The safe chucks. Yeah, that's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, they were just like the parents were just so blinded by it. Like keep in mind when this was taking place, because was it James was the one who got to dance with him on the Bad tour, right?
I think so.
I think it was James.
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Like your son, like Bad just comes out. Michael Jackson's the biggest thing going, and MJ's in your living room, and your son is dancing with him on stage.
And he's like paying for everything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In like
flying
your
you out.
normal ass suburban living room, there's Michael fucking Jackson. Oh, and by the way, Bad just came out. Oh, and by the way, your son is his main dancer.
And by the way, we're flying you out to Neverland.
Yeah, like just
You know what I mean?
like so blinded.
Yeah.
Like he
So
fucking knew exactly
And
what he was doing.
You know what even is crazy to think about too? Everybody that Michael Jackson was around, like they're enablers, 100%. They all had to have known about it.
Like people who were in the house. I don't know.
No, like his management.
At the very least,
Wait, let me break it down for you. When they were going places, they were getting hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Every time the kid would be in his hotel room and they'd be like down the street.
True. There's
Every
probably,
time they would be close, farther and farther away. Michael Jackson's not booking his fucking hotel room.
No.
There's definitely
Somebody's booking
there's
it
definitely
for
some
him.
people who knew, but they might have also been blinded by like, oh, he was just a little kid. They were probably playing like. I don't think there was anyone who saw it happen.
knows?
So basically,
But there might have been people who saw it happen, didn't say anything because they didn't want to lose.
Basically,
the
there was like a
and all that shit, right?
300-page FBI.
You're probably right. Though.
FBI investigated Michael Jackson. There was like 300 pages of shit,
Damn.
and nobody really read it. But there was this article by the Daily Beast where they like went into it. So like, there was a couple things here. It was like so there's two people that lived on the farm that I guess they like took care of it.
Yeah.
And in the article it said, so it's Stella and Philip Lamarck, and they were quoted saying, they told a story. Sorry, it's not quoted. They were just saying boys were being showed pornography and sexually molested in the Jackson house, the theater area, and in the teepees. Among the alleged victims were 5 child actors, 2 dancers, and at least 10 other young Jackson admirers dating back to
Jesus.
1989.
Yeah, there were so many.
So
The
many.
children were isolated from their parents, according to the couple, who were housed a quarter-mile away in guest quarters while the boys slept in Michael Jackson's room.
That's so fucked. You just send your kid to sleep with
And
a
this,
dude.
this is
Yeah.
all. It was all like people that worked for him that were saying this.
Yeah.
There was the one woman that she didn't get interviewed in the documentary, but it did talk about her a little bit.
Yeah.
She was, I guess, the girl that worked really close with Michael, like in his actual quarters,
Mhm.
like the one that looked after his area.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that the kids were straight up sleeping with Michael Jackson, like
Yeah.
in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
yeah, but
she would be.
he admitted to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was like
But he
everybody
said
was just like,
nothing.
yeah, so what?
Yeah, like how the
Which is
fuck? Like
fucked.
how are you hearing that?
And
Yeah. Yeah, someone who's innocent of and did not molest a child has never slept in a bed with a child multiple times too.
30 days in a row.
It's not-
with
yeah.
one- I don't know if it was any of the guys in the documentary, but
no, it was like 300 days in a row or something.
Yeah, but like the one specific incident, the
Mhm.
parents let him stay
Yeah.
with Michael
yeah,
like
yeah,
on,
alone.
on tour
Yeah.
30 days in a row.
Yeah. There's no
Um,
fucking
come
way
on.
that he
one of
did
the
not-
guys that used
touch
to
one of
work
those
with
kids.
him got arrested for weapon charges or something, and then they talked to him,
Mhm.
and he said, this is a quote, he said, "I quit because I found out some truths. He did something far worse to young boys than molest them." But it doesn't go into any detail. But like all
Yo,
these
why
people
wouldn't
that
he
worked
just
for him
say
are
what
like
he
saying
did?
everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of dumb. That's kind of weird that he just said that but then didn't say what it was. Like if I saw that, I'd
Maybe
be like,
said
yeah, he did
someone
this,
said he
this,
was gonna
this.
kill
Put it
him
on
or
record. Probably. Still, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, there's definitely so much more that we don't even know about and probably will never find out about. But
Do you think
Fine.
Yeah, so much of this shit, like people didn't even fucking
talk
read
about
any
it?
of
it gets
this,
just
you know
gets
what I mean?
buried, especially because it happened at a time where like news didn't spread like it
It
does
just
now.
got
So
buried,
it was
yeah.
so easy to bury it,
Mhm.
and people were so much more gullible. They just
Do you
believe
think
anything.
that like in the time after, I know that he's given a quote already since it came out, but do you think if anything did happen that Macaulay will say anything?
If anything, what happened? What do you mean?
Like if anything with Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson did happen, do you think he'll eventually
I don't think
Oh.
anything did happen,
come clean?
so I
You
don't think that
so?
he.
Yeah.
I think that Michael Jackson was too smart.
Yeah, I just
that was like his escape plan was
Having those two people,
Yeah.
because they would always go to court for him and be like, no, he didn't do anything to me.
yeah.
And I see what you're saying though. Like if something did
Yeah,
happen,
like, do you think
he
he'll-
definitely would
he'll-
eventually come
Yeah.
out.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
something did because he said no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Um,
if something happened,
yeah.
would he eventually just be
I
like,
think for
not
sure.
worth it,
Yeah,
fuck it?
probably.
Especially because lately, he's kind of on the up. Now,
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit.
Yeah.
He's showing himself in public more, and he's
Mhm.
like doing like he's not doing blockbusters anymore.
No.
Like
That's
like Home
that's
Alone,
another
but he's
reason
still
why I don't
working
think
again.
Yeah.
that he got molested, because before this rise, he was in the dumps,
Yeah, he
right?
was.
If
Big time.
anything, like in as shitty as it is to say, if he needed money or like a come up,
he would have done.
he
it.
could have been like, okay, well,
But
let
he
me
might
fucking-
value keeping it like locked down over like anything else.
I know, but he was like
Mm.
fucking
Yeah,
bad.
but
you know
but
what I
that
mean?
might be the reason.
He was. Yeah.
Like that. Like if he's that bad, it could have been that reason, and then he just didn't. He didn't value saying that. Like if it did happen,
Yeah.
I don't think he would have used that. Like,
I'm just
I don't
going
think he
off
would
of,
want to use that to get ahead in life.
No, but I'm just saying off of basic human instinct. If
Mhm.
I was in that situation and I was fucking like on drugs,
Mhm.
like fucking.
But when you're on drugs in that situation, you don't.
Okay, but you're not listening to my side of what I'm saying. You just keep cutting me off. Listen, if you're fucking on drugs and like you don't have anything,
Yeah.
and there's one way for you to come up, and it's to fucking make a documentary or make any kind of money off of something that happened to you. Not that I'm saying it's a good thing,
Mhm.
but I'm saying if you're cornered in a situation where you're on drugs, you're like, your life is shit and you need something, I feel like some people would use that.
Yeah, definitely some people would,
Yeah.
but it's hard to like put yourself in that situation and know.
Yeah, no, I'm not
what
saying
you
that
do.
he
Some people
would or
probably
wouldn't. I'm
would,
saying
yeah.
that somebody would
Yeah,
think
there's
about
a
that.
chance. Yeah, some
Yeah.
people would. Basically, yeah, some people would and some people wouldn't.
But I don't
So
think
he's
that
either,
he did.
He's either one of them. But
Yeah.
yeah, he said
You might
no,
be right.
so I don't think.
If I'm Macaulay Culkin though, and the only reason why like I'm not the only reason, but I do agree with you that if nothing happened, it makes sense that nothing happened because of that. But also, if I'm Macaulay Culkin back then, assuming obviously that MJ did none of this for what he would know at the time, that would be somebody that I wouldn't mind talking to because I'm a child star because of Home Alone, and so is he.
Yeah.
So maybe he could give me some legitimate advice. So that again, relationship in terms of talk to me through my agent every now and then and not sleep in your fucking bed would make sense because Macaulay might have questions on, well, how'd you handle this or how'd you handle that?
Yeah, the other thing with that too is like
friends.
Everybody that, well, most people that talked about Michael Jackson said that he was basically a child, right? So I feel like that kind of lured people like Macaulay Culkin in because it was like, who can you fucking talk to when you're like a child actor and you're like successful?
Yeah,
there's not
you can't
many.
talk to another child.
Everybody
You can't
wants
talk
Think
to
about how
an
many
adult.
movies he was in when he was that young because he was like one of the best child actors.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna talk to?
Yeah.
You love Michael Jackson. He's like, yo, you're gonna be in this music video. Sick. So like.
Yeah.
And then when you hang out with him, he's like, yo, I got all these video games. I got a fucking theater. I have all this shit.
All
Come
this
hang
candy,
out.
all this
Fuck
chef,
yeah, you're gonna go.
eat whatever
Hell
you
yeah.
want. Oh, fuck yeah.
Of course.
For sure you would.
Any kid would.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't blame them for anything. And not only should you never blame the victim for anything in the first place, but we're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Like, they don't know much of anything, really.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Even when that shit was happening, they were convinced that they were like, that Michael Jackson loved them, and it wasn't. He even
in a
said
relationship.
He said that the first time that he like touched him, he didn't feel uncomfortable or like anything was wrong.
Yeah.
He said that it just felt like
this is what happens as kids as we grow up. Like
Yeah.
this is what being a kid is. So fucked.
it's fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that eye opening for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
If you haven't
Definitely
seen it,
completely
anybody
changed
listening,
my
you
mind.
should.
Yeah,
If we
you
haven't spoiled the
seen it.
whole thing for you.
And it
No.
totally is on the bias of him doing it, but there's no reason to even argue it. So that's why it's all he did.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
I wouldn't
them
even say it's
sitting
bias.
down.
It's just proof that he did it.
It's just them sitting down,
No, but like
telling you what happened. Like,
It's
there's
a
no...
right. It's a
Yeah,
correct
yeah.
bias.
Because like
but that's
the other
fine.
thing too
I'm
with
not
that
mad at
is
it.
like, I think that they did a good job because they did 2 people.
Yeah.
And I doubt that they even made them meet each other while they were filming.
Yeah,
so a lot of the
probably, yeah.
stuff that they were saying lined up with
Corroborated,
each
right?
other.
Yeah.
Genuine,
Right?
yeah.
And then they both knew like so much about Michael Jackson and like his
Even just a
ranch and
little
whatever,
shit,
and his like his house and everything.
Well, like calling their
yeah,
house.
his place is over here, and this is like
Yeah.
we went into this room which is right across from this. And like if you know that kind of information and you know like and like the whole like how he like looking at their butts or whatever, like that those kind of those kind of details that line up is like people aren't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, exactly. And even just shit like him, when he would call their house or like send them like back. He did that to both of them.
And there's recordings.
Your boy Applehead and
and there's
Little One.
recordings
So fucked.
of those voicemails.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
in the documentary.
Yeah.
The craziest was that one video that he made when he's talking about it, and he's like, "May God help you all," or whatever, and like my fans, thank you for standing by me and all that shit.
Yeah.
Bitch, like
That's so fucked that you can just
So
say
fucked.
that. Ugh. Whatever. Yeah.
I wonder, like, just how void of emotion that guy was.
It's completely empty.
that's what I'm saying. It's got to be
Yeah,
something
nothing.
in your brain.
There's nothing there.
It's fucked up.
Like, that's a classic example of, and again, he's not fucking innocent. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, fame fucked him up hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely triggered whatever
Like,
was
that's fucking
in there for sure. I could see that being a big part of it.
Yeah,
And like he never had a childhood, so that's why he was such a child when he was older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've watched every documentary there is to see about MJ, and like, there's no question. Like, I'm a fan, and there's no
he's
question
fucked.
about it.
Uh-huh.
Bit of a closet super fan, if I'm being honest
Yeah,
with you.
no, I
but
wouldn't-
there is absolutely no question
Yeah.
No,
as to whether
for
or not
sure.
he did this. He
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah,
did.
100%. Like,
It's crazy.
it's so weird. It's such a huge, because he was so famous, and because it's like, it's weird how big it is, even though it was already out there. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone's just like, no, oh shit, yeah,
He's been dead for
He
10 years, and people like,
yeah,
like still, it's getting the kind of reaction that it's
because
getting.
it's so huge.
Because it's like, oh, you're fucking kicking him when he's not even here or whatever.
No.
Fuck that guy.
It's got
Oh
nothing to
yeah,
do
I
with
would,
that.
it would have came out if he was still alive or if he wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
Paris,
you find out your dad.
you find out your dad
fucked
did
like
all this
that.
shit
So
And then
crazy.
to
what do
people
you
who are
do?
your age.
Yeah. What would you do?
And then what do you do? Like Paris is in her 20s now.
yeah.
So she's probably like,
So you know
what
it's
the
wrong.
fuck? Like, yeah, like she's.
Or do you think that they're sitting around like, yeah, we know he fucking was weird. He did that shit.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it's hard.
sure
were
that.
they blind to it or were they not? I
Like
don't
they
know.
probably grew up now and they're
Mhm.
watching this shit back and they're like,
yeah.
damn, he
Shit, that
was
makes
weird.
sense,
He was
yeah.
doing shit.
Mhm.
Like
You'll
not
never-
necessarily that he did anything to them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just like things that he did that they were like, that's fucking weird.
Mhm.
You'll
he is
never-
hanging out with.
They
like,
probably are
little
thinking that,
kids.
and then they're probably could be like lying to themselves and
Yeah.
to like hide that they
Yeah.
knew that. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, it's weird. I
he-
don't know what they're thinking. But
he probably hung out with kids
Mhm.
while he had kids.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I
you'll
mean?
never
yeah,
get a
for
quote,
sure.
like
Yeah.
a quote about that from Paris Jackson.
No,
like
hell
she'll
no.
never talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I would.
Not
Maybe,
like in a-
maybe Paris Hilton.
Yeah, not like in a proper like sit down like Oprah style interview.
Mhm.
Like she'll never agree to that.
No.
She's 20. Like just let me.
Yeah, I
he's
just
dead.
wanna. Yeah, let me just.
Just
fucking
let me
move on with
fucking
my
live,
life.
please.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's.
Crazy shit, man.
Yeah,
But definitely
this world we live
Watch it
Yeah.
if you haven't.
in. Yeah,
Fuck. We're gonna talk about something happy.
I know. I was gonna try to do that, but I can't think of anything.
How long are we at?
What are we at?
125.
Alright.
Down.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
How's
yeah.
that?
We can wrap it up there, unless
Yeah.
you guys can think of something to end on that
Any
might be
good,
a little happier.
Movies, new TV shows, new music that you'd recommend for people
Oh, yeah,
to
you
check
did- you
out
got
to
to that
end
thing.
on a little bit of a higher note?
You guys should check out this band called Better Off. They just
Yeah,
put
you
out a
should.
record. What is it called?
It's got a long name.
It's called Reap What You Sow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Go check it
Fire.
out. They got
Gotta-
some sick shit on there.
And if you're into that stuff, new Trash Boat album's out, and it's fire.
Trash Dick. That's
Trash
what
Dick.
Kyle
I haven't
has.
been listening to much recently. I've been actually in the throwback game recently.
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, those intros got me.
Yeah, true.
You just
on
been
the
listening to
train.
intros?
Yeah, yo, I listened to. Hold on, wait. Have you heard this song? No. When we watched it, I'm starting to listen to music.
Have you heard
throwback
this?
Music.
Bum,
Do you remember
bum,
this song?
bum,
I heard this the other.
bam,
Actually, I heard this
bum,
in that.
Oh,
movie.
baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Salad and
Salads and scrambled eggs.
Quite stylish.
But I don't know what.
Remember that?
I thought it was Eye of the Tiger. This is Offspring?
Tell me you don't remember SR-71.
I don't know.
You have not heard this? What?
I've heard it because it's in one of the American Pie movies.
Is it American Pie?
Don't
Yo,
know
the
that song.
soundtracks
God,
for those movies are so fire.
good. Yeah.
Yo.
Fucking amazing.
Best soundtrack to a movie? Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've never seen
I
it.
wouldn't say best, but good. But
Best.
I think those ones are so much better just
No,
because pure
dude.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, it's
Yeah,
all
I know,
old
but I didn't
songs.
listen. I didn't grow up on that though. Like my dad,
You didn't listen to Marvin
He's
Gaye?
talking about the music in the movie, not the movie.
No, I know
itself.
all that music. Like it's really fucking good. I agree with you. I missed the boat on growing up with like listening to like our parents' music, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
we didn't
I very
really.
you have
much
to listen to
didn't.
this soundtrack. I'll show you it after.
Okay.
It's so
You've never heard
fucking
the
good.
soundtrack for it?
No.
Dude, every song is
it's
a banger.
you.
Is it fire?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you
Dude.
would be fucking in love
Best
with it.
soundtrack I've ever fucking listened to.
Yeah, that because you grew up on all that. So like
It's like
yeah.
Hooked on a Feeling, Marvin Gaye, Ain't No Mountain.
Nice. Comment below your favorite
Soundtrack.
movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much good shit on
Favorite
there.
movie
Favorite movie
soundtrack. Let's do it.
Yeah. I
Down
don't
below
know
on
that song.
Spotify.
I don't know that song.
What song?
The one you just played. I thought it was I Tiger. I
It's a very
Tiger.
big-
I Tiger.
I Tiger. I Tiger. I Tiger.
Yeah, classic.
But I don't know what to do with those salads and scrambled eggs. They call it again.
This has been the shit cast. We didn't say that yet.
Yes, it has.
Yes, I did. I opened
He
it
opened
every
with
time.
I don't think you opened it with this time.
And he looked
Bet.
right
Did you?
at you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Play it back.
Yeah, it's true.
Zakk with that sick
Edit
edit.
right here.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Peace out.
Peace.
Dance